I've decided to go ahead and split the hive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top brood box, put it on a new hive. I think everything that the new hive needs is in that top box. I think all of the supersedure cells are in that top brood box. So I'm just going to take that entire top brood box and put it on the new hive. I'm going to make sure that the queen is in the old hive. I'm going to move the old hive from that end of the area over to here and put the new hive where the old hive was. I have some brand new unpulled black plastic frames I'm going to be adding to the old hive, and I'll spray those down with sugar water 1-to-1 ratio that has some honeybee healthy on it. So this is what I'm going to do. I think that it's ready to split, so let's go ahead and get it started. Because I need to check every frame from the top brood box before I put it in the new hive, I'm going to actually just take frame by frame out of the top and put it in the new hive here. What I'm checking the frame for is to make sure that the queen is not on the frame. I want to leave her in the original hive. Okay, I went through every frame that was on the top of brood box here, put it in here, did not see the queen, so that's where all of the supersedure cells are. And then I took every other frame from the bottom and split it between these two boxes. Now I'm going to take these 8 frames here, I'm going to spray it with 1-to-1 sugar-water ratio, sugar and water, and it has some honeybee healthy in it, and hopefully that'll attract them to start pulling these new frames. Putting all these new frames in the original hive to let the queen bee know that she's got lots of room to grow. I kept these frames in their original positions just in case that makes a difference to the bees. There is a bumblebee who thought she might get in on the action of the new hive. I'm spraying the sugar water with the bee healthy in it, and I think she got attracted to that, so bees are not letting her into the hive. I'm going to see if I can knock her off because I don't want her to die, and she's a great pollinator. But the bees are certainly defending their hive. Okay, I double checked all the frames in the lower brood box to see if I could see any supersedure cells. I didn't. I didn't see the queen. I was looking for her kind of, but not too worried about that. If she's in the new one, so be it. If she's in the old one, even better. So I'll be able to tell in a week if there are no eggs in this one over here. I'm just betting on good luck that we got the queen in there. And I did not see her on any of these frames I took out over here. So as you can see, I've put in the new frames here, every other one, sprayed it with the mixture. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this hive back together, give them some sugar water. I'm going to put this one, and I've got a top feeder. That's what I normally use, so I'll just use the top feeder over here. I just barely put the top feeder on, put the bottle down, and came back, and there's bees already in here enjoying the sugar water in both of them. Here they come. Boy, that took them seconds, not minutes. This is a top feeder from Brushy Mountain. I really like it. I did notice last year I was getting some mold on the floats. So as you know, if you've watched my previous video on refinishing this with fiberglass, I also fiberglassed the floats. I was curious to see if they would float, and they are floating. They're 100% watertight, and so I expect not to get any more mold on any of them. So here we go. I'm just going to top it off and we'll be done for today. Sometimes I think, as a backyard beekeeper, not as a professional beekeeper, sometimes we push the bees too hard. I think they know pretty much what they're doing, and I'm just going to let them do what they do best, and that is repopulate and make honey and pollinate. So hopefully this works out well. I'll be able to tell tomorrow from the bee flight if they're coming to the new hive, and I'll be able to tell in a week or so if we have new eggs in there, then I know the queen's in there. That's pretty much it. This is how I did my split. The queen has food, she's got space, and so she should not be thinking about swarming, and there are no supersedure cells in there. Here they have everything. Basically it's a brand new hive with supersedure cells, and so they should be able to raise a queen. Within 2 weeks she should be laying. So if I have eggs over here in 2 weeks, then I know everything worked out well. It isn't probably the most scientific way to do this. I could have reoriented that hive and done some different things. But again, I'm trying to be as close to nature as I can be as far as being a backyard beekeeper. Okay, we have swapped the hives. It's been probably 2 to 3 hours since I did the initial change, and by far the majority of the bees now are still going over that hive. So now they're going into the new hive. So everything looks good, and we'll see if these, when they go out tomorrow, if they'll fly over there and expand that hive. If the tree bloom and plant bloom is any indication of where we are on the calendar, we should have a nice honey flow in about 2 weeks. We're hoping to get somewhere between 20 and 40 pounds of honey from that flow. So I'll check these hives in a couple days. If things are going well, maybe in a week or so, I'll add some honey supers to the top of these hives and maybe a brood box to the top of that one, depending on how things are going. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if you are prepared, you shall not fear. And if you help your bees prepare for the oncoming swarm or split, you'll have great rewards with honey and pollination in your garden.